Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Nathan from MyCryptoParadise. In this video we will look at Algorand. The name speaks for itself. It's basically algorithm and randomness, two words in the same name. But before we talk about what is Algorand, just to show you the price action on the daily time frame and what can be expected in the coming days. Right now Algorand is range trading between major support and major resistance, but there still is 100% growth potential. As can be seen, it's 107% upside move, which we might see throughout the next week or two. But there are also alternative scenarios where price might be correcting, pulling back, or starting to move up non-stop. We will talk about the price action in today's video on multiple time frames against the USDT. We will also look at Algorand against the Bitcoin, look into the project itself, overall market sentiment, and we will make the verdict as to the highest probability of the next move. Let's jump into the coin market cap to see where is the Algorand. It's ranked number 42, total market cap is $4,106 million. Pretty high spot at number 42. The last 7 days was 9.94% growth. Compared to other coins, it's just a little bit above the average, but we can also see the waves did 85%, Dash 38%. So we might be saying that it's a little bit lagging behind other coins. If we jump to the website, we can see that this is the platform for smart contracts. And what really amazes me is how many partnerships Algorand has. Only on the website there are more than 500 partnerships, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a big deal. This is a real project which might become huge very soon. Let's just jump to the Coin360 to see the overall market sentiment. And as we know, the Ethereum has produced a new all-time high, reaching the price just above $3,500. The Bitcoin struggling to produce a new all-time high, still trading near the $55,000. And what's surprising is how Bitcoin dominance is going down. Today it went below 46%. This could be a huge indication that the altcoin season is on and some coins are jumping, some are struggling. As we can see, for example, right here, is that the sentiment is mixed. We see that the Dogecoin has jumped by 27%, while others are going down, not much, but still it's minus 5%, minus 10%. Let's move back to the daily time frame for the ALGO against the USDT and zoom it out. So here we have two average price uptrend trend line, one, and here is another one. The trend line number one, which used the lowest low, is showing us that there was this bounce of the trend line. There was no breakout. In fact, price produced two spikes, but then there was no closing price below this spike. So this makes this level at $0.85 a key support. We can also see that the price has bounced off the moving average, which is the 50 exponential moving average, as well as another average price uptrend trend line. So this is our second average price uptrend trend line. We had multiple bounces and the last one occurred back on the 23rd of February this year. Since then, price has formed a strong support near $1 psychological level, which has been respected up until now. Therefore, we can assume that the trend, long-term trend, remains heavily bullish, but we must at the same time consider that there was this double top near $1.84, after which there was this sharp decline towards the 0.93. All in all, the sentiment at this point in time remains quite mixed as well. First off, because we are right at the average price uptrend trend line, although previously we had this break and close above this trend line, then yet again price went down and broke and closed below the moving average. This might imply that further consolidation might be the case. On the other hand, if we look at this level, which is 61.8 Fips, based on this overall move to the upside, we can see there was this rejection of the Fips at $1.2, and there was this bounce of the moving average as well. And this could have been the bottom right there, and there is this probability that the algo against the dollar will continue rising. So there are three levels, key levels, which are nearest resistance, should be watched. The first obviously is where the price produced a double top, the area near $1.84. Then we have 127.2 Fips and 161.8 Fips based on this corrective move to the downside. And besides, it seems like it has been an A, B, and C corrective pattern based on the Elliott wave, after which we actually broke above the B wave. Now, the alternative scenario here based on this breakout might result in yet another pullback towards the support area between $1.2 and $1.15. So we have a cluster of Fips here. First is based on this move up, which is 61.8, and second is based on this corrective move down, which is 23.6. And if price will pull back, the overall growth potential will be over 107% if price will reach the 161.8 Fips at $2.4. It seems like analysis of only daily time frame is not enough, so we will move to other time frame, which is an 8-hour chart. And on this chart, we have applied a simple ascending channel, which we did extend further, and we see that there was no touch of the bottom of the channel, which implies that there might be a test of this bottom. You can also see that we have applied Fibonacci cycles. First is based on this high and this low, and second is based on this low and this high. These are the highest and lowest point of the channel. What is interesting is that the next cycle, which is confirmed actually by two Fibonacci cycles, cycle number 2 and cycle number 8, starts on the May 10th. This could be either the beginning of the rally or the end of the rally. And on this chart, we must consider that there was this bounce of the moving averages, both 200 simple and 200 exponential, and there were two of them. So we had these two bounces of the moving averages, implying that this is a continuation of an uptrend. But we can see this first bounce, and in order to take the stop losses below this level, price could be making this move, kicking all the stop losses, and on this cycle starting to move up. The alternative scenario, obviously, if we hold this low, there will be this continuation, and we might be reaching 127.2 Fips at $2 on the 10th of May, because this price area corresponds to the Fibonacci level, to the top of the channel, and to two Fibonacci cycles. But we must not forget about the downside scenario. So what must happen in order for the price to go down? Obviously, we need to break this bottom form here. We need to have a daily break and close. And this could be also the beginning of the downside move, which does seem extremely unlikely considering the current price action across the altcoins. But if there will be the beginning of an uptrend at this point, we might be seeing price reaching 161.8 Fips, which corresponds to cycle number 3 based on this wave, and also corresponds to the top of the channel. So there are two strong resistance levels that we must watch. At the same time, obviously, this level will be important one. Now, moving on to another time frame, which is the 4-hour chart. We have applied the Fibonacci retracement indicator to this corrective move down, and straight away we can spot a support and resistance. The resistance is 61.8 Fips at $1.46, and the support is 38.2 Fips at $125. And right now, price is range trading between these levels. What we must note is that there was this very clean rejection of the 38.2 Fips, but there also was a rejection of the 61.8 Fips. Now, in order for the price to continue rising, we must have break and close, preferably on the daily chart, to confirm further bullish pressure. Because if this resistance will hold, price might pull back, retest the support once again, and maybe even go slightly below to test the area between $112 and $115 before continuing an uptrend. So very important what will be happening between these support and resistance levels, whether there will be consolidation or break below the support or break above the resistance. So still very important to see this price action in the coming days. Moving on to the 1 hour chart. And right there we have another average price uptrend trend line, which seems to have been broken, but at the same time we had a bounce of the FIBs and the price remains above the trend line at this moment. We can also see the potential break above the simple downtrend trend line and above the moving average, but it will be important obviously to see the confirmation of that, because the confirmation could be break above the 88.6 FIBs based on this last wave down. This brings us to conclusion that $1.43 area could be our key resistance that must be watched extremely carefully. On the other hand, the most important is obviously the level at 147. So we must break both of these levels to confirm further uptrend. And speaking about the corrective move, the potential corrective move that we also must consider. We have two FIBs here now at $1.22. First FIB is a 23.6% retracement level based on this corrective move down. And the second FIB is based on this pullback, the very first pullback after we had the bounce of the 61.8 FIBs. And we have 261.8 FIBs and 23.6 FIBs. And such scenario where the price pulls down and then goes up also must be considered. But at this moment, break above this high could be inviting a lot of big investors, a lot of traders, and the volume is likely to increase. The buying pressure is likely to increase significantly. Now finally, let's have a look at the algo against the Bitcoin. And here we also see a bullish price action. We had this huge range trading going on, which started back in February this year. So for a couple of months, price has been range trading between 2,500 Satoshis and 1,800 Satoshis. But finally, we had this break and close above this resistance area, which suggests that the algo against the Bitcoin is ready to move up. But as usually happens, after such confirmations, a huge sell-off followed. This sell-off resulted in a price decline towards 1,800 Satoshis, where we actually produced a triple bottom. Besides, we had the bounce of the 88.6 FIBs based on this move up. Now on this chart we also have a volume profile indicator applied to this wave down, and it shows us where the most trading volume has been recorded. And this is the level at 2,175 Satoshis, where we see these multiple bounces along with the moving average. There was so many of them, which shows that this price area is a huge demand zone for the algo against the Bitcoin. And after these bounces, there was resistance at the moving average, which also got penetrated. Price went up, then corrected, and we see yet again a rejection of the moving average. And this makes it a very bullish case for the algo against the Bitcoin, which could be sending price towards this high once again, and potentially, if broken, much higher towards this high, which was printed back in February this year. All in all, the long-term sentiment is clearly bullish for the Algorand. It is bullish against the Bitcoin and it is bullish against the USDT. At this moment, buyers could be waiting either for the confirmation for the break higher, or they are waiting for the better price against the USDT to have a pullback and only then get in. And that was all for today, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to take it easy and smooth, and see you next time.